my advice to my students is always just like read a newspaper every day, because nothing can really substitute that kind of familiarity you get about what's happening in the world.
And sort of having a sense of this timeline, like you say, it's
Right.
historical,
Exactly.
how things are shifting
Exactly.
over time.
But
Right.
the only analogy I can use is that you just have like this massive, bag or box, and you're like throwing in a tiny stone every day. And then like over time, you're building this sort of mass of information. And I think that what that does is it helps you just kind of like assess new bits of information. You can like place them in the right slot, if that makes sense. So I notice a lot of my students are struggling to make sense of the news, and we've seen it in research, and it's completely understandable, because you can't, unless you've read into an issue, there's news reports don't come with a lot of context usually. We don't have a lot of time to spend to understand why things are happening. We get very fragmented coverage. That's the nature of the news cycle. So you kind of like need to invest time to really understand, like, why is there a war in Ukraine? Why did Brexit happen? What is going on, in the European Union? What is going on in the world, really? Why is China, lashing out against the Uyghurs? I mean, there are all these things that are happening, and it's just like, the news is, because of its nature, it's very fragmented. So it's, the longer you stay in the game of observing, the easier it becomes, I think.